Happy Saturday, everybody.
Yeah.
We're recording on Saturday again because we recorded yesterday and had a technical malfunction and lost the whole damn podcast. So,
yeah. You're getting our sloppy seconds.
Yeah, and it's a real shame, too. It's the first time we ever had guests.
Yeah.
And we had a spirited debate about performance-enhancing drugs between Roger Goodell, who was against it, and Ron Jeremy, who was for them. He says he uses them and they work great for him and his line of work, and Roger Goodell says they're just unsafe and you could hurt somebody.
Two class acts, those two. They came in studio and they
in
were
studio. It
class acts.
Couldn't have been any better. Just nice and
yeah. Ron Jeremy was, he's just kind of dirty though.
Yeah, he's greasy.
Like if I touched him, he'd be sticky. Yeah.
He kind of looks that way. Kind of like not calling him a snake, but kind of like a snake. Like you think they're oily if you touch a snake.
Yeah. And he is,
Yeah, but that'll be something you never hear because
we lost it.
Somehow we lost the podcast.
Yeah.
But that's fucking technology, huh? Man, it broke my heart too. When I seen that, I was putting that together going, what the file is here.
Yeah. But
it's just not playing and there's nothing I could do.
It's okay.
But,
we're going to redo it.
Sloppy seconds, so
yeah.
Here's what kind of tough to talk about the same shit we talked about yesterday, but
here we go.
Here we go. We had an hour and a half conversation between the two of us yesterday, and just was what it was. But both of us had a little success on Fanduel last night.
Yeah,
with baseball lineups.
Yeah, we did.
Pretty happy with that. Won a whopping $8 for myself.
I got $8.60.
But it's just fun.
It is. I don't know
it's not
why.
a lot of money. You pick those fantasy lineups.
Yeah.
I mean, baseball's not easy.
No.
I mean, because
there's so many fucking players.
There's so many players. And then, trying to pick the lineup.
Yeah.
And then you got to keep an eye out because usually they set lineups about an hour before first pitch.
Yeah.
So, you got to keep going back, make sure you guys, is in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of nice because they give you like the green check marks when all your guys are listed and they tell you where he's at in the batting order. So I should have dropped one guy when it came in at 7. I'm like, shit, he's hitting 7. This motherfucker's not going to give me any points.
Yeah, I didn't go in that far detail. I just made sure they all played and went with it. So,
well, that's what I went to. But I thinking back of like, hey, he's at the bottom of the order. Maybe you can find a guy in the same price range at the top of the order.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I'm pretty happy. Did okay.
Yeah.
It was 104 or 110 points exactly behind the guy who won $1 million in that one. So
we talked about it off air, but a guy won $1 million last night.
Yep,
playing
fantasy,
playing fantasy
on
things.
FanDuel.
Won $1 million last night.
Which is just off for what, $3?
Yeah,
I think that's what the entry was $3,
and he won $1 million.
Yeah, that's better than the lottery. I can't buy $3 worth of tickets and win $8.
No, exactly.
And it sure is not any fun.
No, because especially when you scratch them off and there's nothing, and then you feel like an asshole.
Yeah, and then it's like going to any gas station. I don't know about you, but it feels like I always get behind the Lottery King.
Oh, yeah. Can I get 7 of those and 8 of those? Hey, man,
there's other people in here.
I know it.
It's like right before work.
I hate the guys who play the lottery, but when they go in and cash it out, they haven't scratched off the barcode yet.
Yeah, so
to get it scanned. So then, you got to take time. I'm like, dude, come on. You seem like you play a lot because you're buying 10 tickets at a time.
Yeah.
Just, scratch it off.
Well, that's the one that got me the other day. It was a lady and, buying all kinds of lottery tickets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, give me 3 number 3s and 4 number 2s.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God. And then puts it on a credit card.
Oh,
and I'm like,
God.
Hey, because they used to not let you do that.
Yeah.
You could not do that. But I think, the state of Ohio is like, if they want to buy it, let them buy it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But, then you see like the vehicle they jump in afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, yeah, that's why.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you scrounging together change to buy your soda and you put lottery tickets on a credit card of like.
And you have 2 different colored doors.
Yeah. Maybe make a different decision. Which was nice. You've probably seen it around as I came in. It was kind of a beat up minivan that I passed turning off your road.
Oh, okay.
With a Punisher emblem on the front of the hood.
Nice.
It's like,
Nice.
That's an odd.
It's an odd one to
I
go
got this
with.
minivan, but I'm hardcore Punisher. Okay, Frank.
Don't fuck with me.
Calm down.
Episode 52.
Yeah.
Frank gets kids.
Frank gets a minivan. His daughter wasn't murdered.
Yeah.
His wife decided to leave him, and they just took off. Damn it.
Son of a bitch.
I've been killing all these people for nothing. Yeah, sorry. That's the way it goes.
Everybody just ruined your character.
Yeah. But, that was baseball's back.
Yep.
Basketball comes back next week.
Yep.
We both jumped the gun and set Fanduel lineups a week in advance.
Yeah, I honestly thought that yesterday was the
I thought the NBA started this week, but
we were wrong.
We were incorrect. So when I get home today, I'll maybe tinker with some more baseball lineups, find some different things in there. I mean, I hope to be a millionaire by the end of the week. I mean, multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
I'm already one. I mean,
your Reds won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Convincingly.
Heading to the playoff, which they added spots to the playoffs.
I did see that, yes. I forgot they had Sonny Gray.
Yeah.
I love Sonny Gray.
Yeah.
I loved him in Oakland. I mean, I forgot. When I saw it, and I was like, Sonny Gray for the Reds? Oh, shit, yeah, they did happen, yeah.
And today they should be throwing old Trevor Bauer.
Yep.
Power Bauer.
Yeah, old Bauer outage.
Bauer outage, that's what it is.
Yeah. He used to be an Indian, so I know him a little bit.
A what? A baseball clubber?
A baseball club, sorry, not an Indian.
A baseball clubber?
He played for Cleveland.
Yeah.
For that team in Cleveland.
I think, they're still going by the Indians, though.
Yeah, I don't think their jerseys say Indians on it,
changed
though.
anything yet, have they?
I read where I didn't watch the game, but they said they wasn't wearing anything with like the word Indian on their stuff.
Just the logo?
I think so. Just the C, I guess.
Could be just the C.
Did you mean the Cleveland C's?
Yeah.
Stands for cunts.
Yeah, could be.
But they won. I'm happy. They won. They beat the Royals.
Hey, that's a good win.
Yep.
Because I had their pitcher, and he got me a lot of points.
A
lot of fantasy points.
He's been an up-and-comer, too.
Struck out like 15 guys.
Yeah. He was... the Reds, this past season, I know they spent some money trying to get some guys come in, and they made some trades.
They did a lot of work in the offseason.
The Indians never do any work.
Usually they unload guys.
I know. They trade guys away and then don't replace them.
We have two really good pitchers. Let's see what we can get for them and not replace them.
They trade Bauer for nothing.
Yeah.
Some farm guys, nothing. And then they trade Kluber for an outfielder. Yeah, 30 outfielders.
3 batting helmets and a bag of balls is what they got. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for the Reds. 162.
Yeah,
no chance. 60 games. Hey,
yeah, got a chance.
We got a starting staff.
And,
at the end of the day, you still got Joey Votto. You got some
pieces.
You got stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Joey Votto's just I don't know. He's an odd guy, but I like him.
Yeah, he's just quiet.
I
mean, for like a superstar type player, to just be,
yeah, exactly,
whatever. All right, man.
My favorite was the interview. They asked him what he wanted to do after baseball. He said he wanted to be a bus driver.
That's funny.
Yeah. Like a school bus driver, not like a town bus driver, but drive like a school bus. Yeah. Like a Greyhound.
I think after he did that once and those kids are screaming that whole goddamn time, he'd be like, nah,
I'm good.
I mean, I've got $300 million in the bank. I don't need this.
I don't need this at all.
Because I think he was like a 10-year, $300 million.
He seems like the guy who'd play that out too. Like,
oh yeah,
I'll play. You know,
he's
the Cerrone of baseball. Yeah, I'll just keep playing.
Because he's a guy he wouldn't make it in L.A.
No,
or New York because he's so low key.
Yeah,
just kind of likes to be doing what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But won a lot of games.
If Cincinnati traded him, they would have a mutiny amongst fans because he's just a fan favorite.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody was pissed off when they traded Jay Bruce.
Yeah, he never did a fucking thing. He just never got to his potential.
No, because he was a good player, but they traded him to the Indians when they went on their World Series run and didn't really do anything for them.
No, and that was the other one was Adam Dunn.
Yeah,
when they let him go, that was
it's
a big deal.
That man, everybody thinks of baseball players as compared to, let's just say, football players of being smaller. Adam Dunn is one of the biggest humans I've ever been in person with.
He's Brian Urlacher.
Yeah.
What he was.
Yeah, I mean, he was massive. I mean, I remember they had like the Reds Fest or whatever, and I went down with a buddy one year.
Yeah.
He was signing it, and he shook your hand after he signed the ball. And I was like, he just like enveloped my hand. Granted, I was like 15 or something, but still, I was like, nice to meet you. He grabbed my whole hand and shook it.
I think it's like at that age, because 14, 15, you still have that thought of, hey, maybe I could play at the next level or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you meet a guy that's
Like
a professional, and it's like, oh, they're different fucking humans. There's no chance.
They really are.
No chance.
Have you met a lot of like pro athletes before or anything like that?
Quite a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have one that like it stands out that you remember?
I'll tell you what, a lot of them, when I kind of got in an argument with Justin Leonard from the PGA Tour.
Oh, yeah.
He was being a dick. But I was shocked at how small he was.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like 5'8".
Oh, really?
I mean, just...
Okay.
Yeah, he was being a dick, and I kind of let him know he was being a dick, and he came over to talk about it. So, but I played George Brett.
Okay.
After he's retired, he's playing golf, and he was in the group in front of us down in Florida.
Okay.
And it was a slow day, so we got backed up on every tee box.
Yes.
So, but he wasn't anything.
Gotcha.
That stood out. Jimmy Jackson.
Okay.
He kind of stood out.
All
he
right.
stood out.
Gotcha.
Steve Tovar. Do you remember? He played for the Bengals. He was at Ohio State.
Oh, okay.
Played for the Bengals. He was the one, because we used to go down when in Wilmington, the Bengals used to have their training camp in Wilmington.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a family thing. We'd go down each year for training camp.
Gotcha.
And Tovar just came out, and he was, a prototypical linebacker size.
Uh-huh.
But like his neck started at like his ears.
Yeah.
And went out past his shoulders.
Yeah,
it just like
huge.
What the fuck is this
wrong
guy?
with you? Yeah.
Oh, Big Daddy, his rookie year.
Okay. Gotcha.
Wilkinson.
Yeah, Wilkinson.
Of like walking by him.
Massive
because
motherfucker.
It was where it was like they had their dorms, and then the meeting rooms, there's kind of a quad, and they all walk through there, and that's as a kid, that's where you get the autographs and stuff. And he's so big, and it was like that day they kind of ran 40s.
Yeah.
And he ran like a 4.5.
Yeah,
it's like
ridiculous.
Oh
my god!
How?
Yeah,
this guy just like he looks fat, but he's not.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he's a fucking athlete.
Yeah,
yeah. I met Anthony Munoz.
Oh,
and he is one big. This is after he obviously I was not alive when he played, but his daughter played at Ohio State basketball.
Yeah,
and we went to a girls' game, and my dad had spotted him, a couple sections over, and he's like, I think that's Anthony Munoz, and he's like, come with me. And I was like 7 or 8, but I just was like, oh my God. He's just a massive human being. Nicest dude in the world, massive human being. But that's the one that really sticks out of, yeah, you're retired. You're in your 60s, maybe 50s. I don't know at the time, but Jesus God, you're still huge.
He played, I think, because he broke his leg, I think, in that Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
And that's like 87.
Yeah. I mean, this would have been like, like 06 or something. Yeah. So, I mean, like just a massive man still to the day.
But was for the longest time, he was the prototype.
Oh, yeah. He was your left tackle. Yes.
Now it's kind of Joe Thomas as that prototype. But
yeah, I met Orlando Pace too one time, and that was a big motherfucker too.
Oh, God.
Oh, my Lord.
I don't know that I've ever met any offensive linemen. I mean, I played with, we up in North Dakota, we played in that Roger Maris Classic, and there's a lot of retired NFL and baseball players there. But it was like the one guy, he was a linebacker for the Vikings.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you his name.
Yeah.
But he's like in his 50s and still like maybe just beat your ass
exactly,
kind of like, all right, well, you're 6'5" and, giant. And he's like, we're like 170 yards out, and he's like, I think I'm going to hit a pitching wedge here. I'm like, what now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about my pitching wedge. Like, yeah, just different levels of athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, I hit it further than you off the tee, though, so fuck off. But
I went down to spring practice at Ohio State a few years ago, and so I was older than the guys at the time, which is weird to think. I mean, it was like 2 years older than some of the seniors that were at Ohio State at the time. Sam Shit. He plays for the Bengals now. The defensive end. Hubbard. Sorry, yeah. Sam Hubbard. I don't know what he's listed at height-wise. I'm 6'2". He towered over me. He had to have been 6'6" or 6'7".
Yeah.
I don't know what he's listed at or anything like that, but the guy, I mean, I looked up at him, and he's a nice guy. He was just standing there on the sidelines talking, and I was, just asking him questions of how they kind of did things and, how their practice went, because it was like they would do individual stuff, and then they'd meet for like a team session, and then they go back to doing individual stuff, and they come back to do a team, and I was just like, he's like, this is just how we do it. This is the way we do spring training. We do less team stuff, more individual stuff, stuff like that. And I was like, okay. And I felt like a child standing next to him.
He's listed at 6'5".
There's no way, because I know 6'5" guys around here that, I can have a normal conversation with, but I'm looking up at you, and just, there's a shadow.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've met a lot. But it's like, they're professional athletes.
Exactly. I'm not.
But they're not, high tier guys.
It's not like I thought that I was bigger than those people, but it's just, you don't realize how much bigger they are than you until you're up close to them.
It's what gives you the look of like, I don't know that we're even the same species.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You're something different. You're
You
like
are.
this elite level human.
Uh-huh.
And we're just run-of-the-mill fucktards.
Yeah, pretty much. That's 100% right. Yeah, we are nothing compared to you guys. Yeah. Even standing next to, seeing JT Barrett, he's only 6'1", but he's a big 6'1".
Yeah.
I mean, he's not something about it.
It is weird, too, if, he's 6'1", so you're taller than him.
Yes.
But the way they're built, though, it makes them feel like they're taller when you're standing there.
Exactly. I'm like, I don't...
feel like,
Yeah.
I feel like you're bigger than me somehow.
Exactly, and
you're not.
You're not. I weigh more. I know I weigh more than you, but you look like you weigh more than me.
I'll squash your ass,
exactly.
bitch.
Get my ass beat by JT.
Yeah. Yeah, that's athlete wise, I ran into a lot down in Florida. We used to the PGA show. You playing golf and shit, and there's always athletes down around that place. But and then we used to have Wilson Sporting Goods, their outing that you're aware of that we used to have. It used to be like they had NFL players there.
Yeah. I do
used
remember
to be
that.
a big deal. It's not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now I've met a lot of musicians.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was one. They'd played golf at the one of the previous places.
Gotcha.
And because they play at the county fair.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at Lady Antebellum.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not a country guy. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard of them.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't tell you what they sing.
Gotcha.
But they call, the person from the fair calls, hey, they want to come play golf. Is that cool? Yep, bring them over. And the girl that was working inside was freaking out. I'm standing outside talking to the two guys.
Yeah.
15 minutes, just kind of bullshitting with them. And they give me some tickets and stuff to the show, and then they leave. This is after their round. And she's freaking out. I'm like, what? I just assumed it was like the fucking drummer.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was like the two main guys.
Yeah.
And all I ever thought was Lady Antebellum. It's a female
lady.
singer.
Yeah.
And then just the people that play the instruments. I didn't know that those two guys were
part of it.
Part of it.
Uh-huh.
And wouldn't have changed my conversation anyways.
No, I mean,
but it was like, she was free. I was like, well, why didn't you come out then? Why?
Yeah.
I couldn't. I just couldn't talk.
I can't stand those.
Why?
I don't like those people.
They're
people.
Just humans.
They are. They're not. They're humans.
Probably okay. I mean, they gave me like front row tickets with backstage,
Yeah.
Like, so I gave them to her, but I'm not for sure not going to that.
Yeah. I do not like when people are like, oh my God, there's that. I'm like, well, go say hi to them.
Yeah.
The worst they're going to do is ignore you. That's it. That's the worst thing that can happen is not talk to you. When we went to the draft a few years ago, we're in Nashville. We went in this little back way to try to get closer, and Cam Jordan is walking beside us for the Saints, the defensive end for the Saints. Yeah. He's walking beside us, and I'm like, I keep looking at him, and I look at my buddy. I'm like, fucker's familiar. I know him somewhere. I'm like, I keep looking at him, looking back. I keep looking at him, and he kind of looks at me. I'm like, are you Cam Jordan? And he gives me the shh, like, don't say anything. And then he's like, he takes off walking, and you can hear these guys like in the background, hey Cam, and he's like trying to like sprint
get out of
there.
there.
His dad was announcing a draft pick for the Saints or whoever the team he retired for or whatever. But yeah, so he was there watching that. But I'm like, my God, that guy looks familiar. But yeah, I mean, walking right beside him.
Yeah.
And just other people were like chasing after him, trying to get an autograph. I'm like, I'm not going to bother you, man. You're just trying to walk through the street.
Just trying to live my life, man. But yeah, I've had a couple because we were always kind of the place for all the musicians to come play.
Yeah.
And people, they just freak out.
Well, yeah.
They won't even talk, won't even say hi.
Yeah, I know.
It's just, I mean, they're playing our fairgrounds. They're not, I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. They're not that high up.
Yeah.
I mean, they're big. they're big stars.
Yeah. But you're playing at the county fair. I mean, come on.
And they only paid them a few $100,000 to come here.
Yeah.
I mean, no big deal.
But yeah, I do like meeting. I think everybody who can handle themselves likes meeting stars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite one I've ever met was probably Lou Holtz. Yeah, I met him at actually a state tournament for basketball. He was being honored as an Ohio guy at the state tournaments. And so we went up to the Huntington level at the shot, and he's walking by, and everybody's like saying hi and stuff. And the security guards are like, no more. And my buddy goes, hey, Mr. Holtz, can we get a picture with you? And the security guard goes, sorry, guys, no. And he goes, no. Let him take a picture with me. It's okay. I was like, okay, you got my respect now.
That's awesome.
I mean, you told him to go away. He made him take the picture of us. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, here's one for you. I didn't even think about this. And probably the person I spent most time with.
Yeah.
When I was at another golf course, Jerry Lucas.
Oh, okay.
From Ohio State, New York Knicks.
Uh-huh.
Played there. He played 9 holes about every other week there.
Oh, okay.
And we got to be, you know, talking a lot of like, you know, the guy's pushing 70 at that time.
Yeah.
At least 70. And, yeah, he's still, you know, like 6'8", 6'9", and just still like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
and that's when you start to think of like, you know, he was big time post player. Of like,
you're a guard now.
That's LeBron James size, like the 6'8". I mean, like, oh, different game.
Yeah, way different game now.
Way different game.
Yeah. Now,
the only time I had a thing just like that with your Lou Holtz story, except mine was down in Muirfield. And it was with the first President Bush.
Okay.
He was riding along on a cart with Nicholas.
Gotcha.
And I just happened to be behind the clubhouse, and there's nobody there.
Yeah.
And they pull up on their cart, and Nicholas gets off and goes inside. The president
is sitting on
the cart.
Yeah.
I just walk up and go, hey, can I get an autograph? And he signed my flag. He's like, you know, Jack's pretty hardcore about not signing autographs this side of the clubhouse. I'm like, okay. I mean, be a dick about it, but could have just signed it. I was right there. But at the end of the day, it was like, I know you're the former president, but, you know, not that former. I mean, this is late 90s of, where the fuck is your Secret Service? Like, I just walked right the fuck up to you. I mean, like, right up to you, and nobody was nobody around. So that's my. So I have met a president.
That's cool.
But
I've never met
wouldn't sign my autograph though.
Bastard.
That's everybody's like, you know, we're not a political show at all. But then everybody'd say, well, why would you want his? Like, there's only like 45 of those fucking guys.
Exactly.
I mean, you meet one, you should probably, you know,
half of them are dead.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah. That's
half
cool.
Half of them have beards.
Yeah.
He didn't have a beard, so he was in But yeah, that was probably the most shocking thing of like, after, you know, Jack comes back out, gets in the cart, and they pull away, and I was like, yeah, I just walked right up to him. And
like two guys, like two buddies just driving around in a golf cart.
Yeah. It wasn't no secret. Nobody stopped me from walking up to them. I mean, I bet you couldn't do that nowadays to a former president. You'd get nowhere fucking close.
Yeah.
But
sure. Well, we do have some sports news instead of just talking about the guys we've met. I mean, we know now Washington has a new name.
Yeah.
For the year or however long they need. The Washington football team.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I have no issue with it. I mean, I know we said earlier I would rather have seen them go with club.
Yeah.
Just because it sounds a little bit more professional. But like you said, maybe it sounds like soccer or something.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's okay. Obviously, they have a name picked out. They're just waiting for all the processes and things like that to go through.
And that's one of those things, too, of you got to win.
Yeah.
Because if people shit on it and say, well, we haven't, this we put this is our name until we get anything else finalized.
Yeah.
So you give yourself, if people like it and it goes okay, you just fucking keep it.
Keep it, yeah. I mean,
and if they don't, you just go with what you were gonna go with.
Yeah, I mean,
but people still. I seen a tweet last night from some famous person. I don't know. They had a blue check mark. That's all I know. And it's like, what a bunch of idiots. Who picked way to hit it right on the nose? I can't wait to tell this to my brother, whose name is Brother. And then I was sitting next to my dog, whose name is Dog. Of like, hey, shut the fuck up. It said it's temporary.
Yeah, it's not.
You want them to call them like the cheetahs?
Yeah.
For like a fucking month and a half?
Yeah.
I mean, what
if they went with something like not, like whenever they do announce it, what if they went with something like not cool, like the Washington Geese or something like that?
That'd be freaking hilarious.
The Red Herons, something like that.
The Albatrosses.
Yeah.
That's kind of like Seattle. I'm not okay with what they did. Their new hockey team.
The Kraken?
The Kraken.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I don't mind it.
I wouldn't have minded it, but like their logo
with the S
kind of looks like a dragon.
Yeah, it does. Not a Kraken. Kraken's a squid.
I don't
or some
know what you're doing.
Some sort of octopus thing.
Yeah, so it's and they're calling it the Crack House.
Yes, that's awesome.
Crackheads.
The Crackheads.
I assume will be
the fan. It's got to be Crackheads.
Got to be the Crackheads. But it just feels like, I don't know.
I don't mind it.
It's an okay name. I think it's more me is the combination of like your logo fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like it could have been really cool.
Yeah.
And you did this S.
Like a medieval S of.
With like a red eye of like it looks.
Dragon-esque.
It kind of looks like close to the logos for the XFL team.
Oh,
they kind of had that dragon like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you guys just mail that in? Like, did one of your kids draw that or what?
It's like when you make like the 6 lines, then connect the lines to make an S, like the old school way.
Like that. Yeah, that was my only issue.
Yeah, but I mean, Seattle, they got more sports teams, I guess. They can't hold a basketball team, but apparently people are going to watch hockey.
I think there's been some rumblings of maybe they get one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think with the way the Seahawks and hell, even with the XFL team, they were fucking selling tickets of like, hey, maybe now's the time that we can.
Yeah, bring one back.
I don't know if there's a team that I just, you hear those rumors and shit like that of like, that you just hear it, but it's like they for sure can't be expanding because it's just.
They can't expand.
I mean, if anything, they need to get rid of some teams, but.
Yeah. Sacramento can go to Seattle.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We had talked about them yesterday, like they forgot that they were a team.
Yeah, exactly. And they can go over there, be the Seattle Kings.
That works.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd bring back the Supersonics.
Yeah,
because that was just
cool.
The green and yellow and the Supersonics. I mean, that was just awesome.
The multicolored jerseys that they had. Yeah, I like those too.
Yeah, the Supersonics. Boom.
But KD played a year with the Supersonics, right?
He got drafted by them. I don't know if he played for them or if they were in Seattle when he got drafted, but I can't remember the move.
Gotcha. I can't remember that either.
If he actually played in Seattle a year or if he got drafted as a Supersonic
and then
they moved before the next season.
Could have been. So
that'd be a weird one too, because I mean the quick turk around. I don't know what that even means.
It's a turkey.
Turnaround wise, that once the season's over for the NBA, the turnaround to next season.
Oh yeah.
Plus they got to stick the draft in there.
Yep.
The drafts happen like a week after the finals are over, and it's like, good luck.
Yeah.
Here's your team.
Go.
We start in like 3 weeks.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's because you got hockey. And hockey's going to kind of be the same way.
Yeah.
Like they want to end around the first week of October, and the next season starts in like November.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
You're going to be sore.
But those guys, you heard about all the basketball players about what they wanted.
Yeah.
NFL guys, we need this and this, MLS kind of complaining about some of the shit they got.
Yeah.
Hockey players in their bubble, they're like, you just need a bed and some ice.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
We're good. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, these guys are just,
Talk about
I
a
want to play
different
fucking hockey.
Talk about a different breed is just fucking hockey players. One, I don't care. You have to be fucking athletic to be able to skate on ice and smack a puck around.
And be a linebacker.
Yeah, pretty much. You have to be athletic to do that.
Yeah.
I've tried ice skating before. I didn't fall, but I wasn't comfortable being out there.
Right.
I can't imagine skating.
Edge back over to the wall here.
Exactly. Just kind of walk along it. But imagine skating at the fastest you can, holding a stick, trying to smack a puck, bumping into people.
Yeah.
No, there's no way I could do it.
And that's just the... And I think that was a tweet from one of the players. Just give us a bed and some ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Simple
We're
demand.
good.
Simple
we can
demands.
do that.
Yeah.
Which that is the funny thing, the way that like Canada kicks out the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
But then they have all the hockey teams coming to two different cities.
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
doesn't make any sense.
Right? That didn't make any...
Makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. Because they're in what... where are they? The two cities. They're in Edmonton.
Yeah, and
one half,
and I don't know
I
the
don't
other.
know if the other half's in Toronto.
Could be, maybe I don't know. It seems like there's a hockey arena in every 6 miles in Canada.
Yeah,
but,
well, I mean, for sure there is. But I want to say, like, I'd heard somewhere, like one of the guys, like, was from Canada. He's like, Edmonton's
sounds
a
right.
shithole.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, there is fucking nothing going on in Edmonton. I'm like, I don't know why they're having it there.
Yeah,
but hey, that's where they went to go.
That backwards ass country.
Columbus was down to the wire of having one.
Oh, really?
But it came down to, because they liked the setup where all the hotels were.
Gotcha.
And because a lot of hockey teams, like their arena and their practice facility aren't really close to each other.
Gotcha.
Columbus is.
Yeah.
That's what, and then you'd have Ohio State there if you needed to bounce something.
Because you can go to St. John's and the Shot if you needed to.
Yeah. But it turned out, as they started doing the logisticals of hotel space was a problem.
Yeah. Well, there isn't really that many hotels in downtown Columbus. You have to go more outskirts, and then
they just didn't want to do all that driving.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at 35-minute drive to get downtown. I mean,
yeah.
I got to do this every day. I mean,
all they need is a bed and ice,
Yep, bed and ice. You sleep. Hey, we got all these chairs up there that no fans are allowed to sit in. You got to just sleep in those if you want. I mean,
so demands of them. Speaking of demands, we have the NFL and money are not working out as well as they should.
No, but it will.
It will, yes, but
I mean, they're disagreeing on what to do in the future.
Yeah,
I mean, it has nothing to do with this year.
Yeah,
really, just how much money they make or lose.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, they are going to lose some. That's the bitching about.
And players, want to extend it, take the cap hits over 10 years, and the NFL's like, no, no,
they can't do that
because we spoke about this yesterday and at length.
Yeah.
So we'll try to do it again here. But for anybody who doesn't know that's listening, the NFL players I think they're in 47% right now, and it may be up to 48%. But that makes them a partner. They are a shared revenue.
Yeah.
It is no longer 15 years ago. It was just, this is a cap number. You get that no matter what.
Yeah.
Well, now they're a shared revenue. So when the league loses money, the cap goes down because that's the way it goes if you're a shared partner.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah, you lose as well as everybody else.
You lose just like the owners lose.
Yeah.
So when they're talking the cap going down $40 million, hey, guess what?
Comes out of your salary.
You play each team, all your salaries, you're taking $40 million hit. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're not happy with that. It's like, but that's what you agreed to.
That was your NFLPA.
When the profit was going up every single year, you got to pay attention. At some point in time, it's going to flatten out and lose money.
Yeah.
And you have to give that money back.
Yeah.
So basically, what the players want, they want to spread that cap hit out over 10 years, basically wanting the owners to give them a loan.
Yeah.
For 10 years.
Yeah.
The owners want to do it in 1 year. So they're probably going to do it in 5 years.
Yeah. Meet in the middle somewhere about it.
But they're going to bitch and moan for the next month. And then about 2 weeks before first kick, they'll come to a deal.
Yep.
That's kind of the way it works.
Always. Because at the end of the day, they all want to play.
They're going to play.
I mean, it's just all this other.
You're going to get no
shit.
money, or
Yeah, exactly.
And why do it now? Because shit's changing. Every day, it's something different. I'm not going to be. It's going to be weird. Like if 7 teams are allowed to have up to 30,000 fans.
Yeah.
Of like, well, but these teams can't have any.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the weird.
There's going to be. You gotta feel like there's going to be some negotiation of that too.
I think there's going to be some negotiation between the owners.
That's
on
what
that
I'm saying.
Of like,
you're not going to make more money than me.
Yeah.
One of those things.
Yeah, like if Cincinnati can have 30,000 fans and Pittsburgh can't have any. No.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this is a year we're throwing shit into a pot and we're just kind of throwing it out to everybody, just try to get through.
Yeah. But, I mean, they're going to come to a deal right before the season and everything's going to work out because it has to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and we did have our, sorry, this is just a topic change because it just got me thinking about no fans.
Oh, okay.
About the microphones.
Oh, yeah.
Of, because they're going to try to put some crowd noise in and there's going to be some delays because obviously they're
grown men and they swear.
FCC violations if you swear.
Yeah.
Well, the first one was when Stanton on opening day hit that first inning home run. And, who was pitching for Washington? Was it Scherzer?
No, it was the other one.
Or the other one.
The other good one, yeah.
As soon as Stanton hit it, you clearly hear him go, "God damn it." It's like, first inning.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is awesome.
Well, I watched a couple of the some highlights of the NBA, like their scrimmages or whatever, and I think Melo goes up for a rebound over somebody, goes, "Get the fuck out of here," or something like that, or "Fuck out of here." And I'm like, yeah, you can clearly hear that.
That just is what it is.
I mean, it's shit talking.
But then again, like NBA wise, a lot of their shit's on cable.
Yeah.
Like I told you that I'd finally watched the Last Dance documentary.
Yeah.
They played that on ESPN straight up.
Yep.
And they said fuck all the time.
All the time.
So if you're on ESPN, TNT, TBS, whatever the hell they do, those are cable. That's not now the ABC games. You're gonna have to
exactly
bleep bad stuff.
Yeah.
But on cable, might be able to just let that fly.
Yeah. Who knows? I'm cool with it. I want to hear the shit talking. I want to hear all that stuff that's going on. I mean,
so that's part of the game that you never get to hear.
There's nothing better than listening or seeing a reaction.
Yeah.
From a player, whether they screwed up or it was great. Everybody wants to see that. I mean, LeBron, after one of the shot and he did like the step and then smacked whatever that was. But that, how much that blew up?
Hugely.
I mean, it was
that everybody does it.
Exactly.
Now.
I mean, just something of it is just crazy.
Well, it's just an interesting thing because you very rarely ever get to hear it, because the NFL mics up a lot of the center or the quarterback's mic'd up every single game.
Yep. And then you have like a linebacker.
Release it, but they have to.
Yeah.
They always mic it up so they can kind of audible that stuff a little bit. But like the one that sticks out is when Peyton was mic'd up and him and Jeff Saturday got into that argument because Peyton kept checking the throws. And Jeff Saturday's like, just run that goddamn ball once in a while.
Yeah.
And it just that whole heat. And then Peyton's like, hey, man, I was mic'd up for that. So they're, but that's what sport is.
Yeah. And
I mean,
fucking Peyton just rips him a new one afterwards.
That shit down.
Yeah.
But the thing is that's Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
And Jeff Saturday wasn't having it.
No, I know.
I mean, that's what, I mean, you start to look at.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why people love sports because there's even a rivalry between your teammates.
Yeah.
It's just competitors. That's just people competing of one person thinks this. Peyton sees everything, So, I mean, if he wants to check to a pass, let him check to a pass,
Yeah, but that, I mean, but then again, at the end of the day, that's Jeff Saturday. Yeah, we've thrown it like 17 times in a fucking row.
Yeah.
Maybe just mix it up a little bit and hand it off.
Yeah. Yeah, because
that's also offensive linemen. Hey, let's run the ball.
That's why you have us.
That's
we want to run the ball.
Easier to go out for run blocking than is that shuffle back kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the mic'd up stuff, and I think we'll touch on this because I said this yesterday on the podcast that no longer exists.
Yeah.
is I would pay extra money if they just had like a hot mic feature.
Yeah.
You know what? You can watch the game online with the announcers and everything, but the mics are on the sidelines, so you can hear the shit that's going on.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's what we brought up yesterday with the UFC.
Yeah,
with no fans, you can hear everything. Like the fighters can hear the commentators say shit, and was it the first night they had it? One of the fighters could hear Rogan giving him hints of like
DC.
What DC.
They acknowledged that. I heard DC say maybe I had to do this, so I thought maybe I should do it. I mean, one of the greatest ever.
Yeah, probably should listen to it. Maybe
the one that got me was when they went. Was this a week or so ago? It's after the. It was just a regular fight, so it's 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Guy comes back to the corner, and the corner man's coming in and goes, "All right, man, all right, you're up 2 rounds to nothing." It's like, the fuck are you watching, man?
Yeah.
Because he's been getting his ass kicked for the first 2 rounds, like, and it's not close.
Yeah,
like, is this just a guy that he's just one of these athletes you gotta patty cake along?
Like you're not getting your ass kicked.
You are not winning, and in no way should you think you're winning.
Yeah.
Because if you want to win, you have to knock him out in this next round, or you have 0 chance.
Yeah, but I want a coach that's going to tell me that.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, you've been getting the shit knocked out of you.
Yeah.
You have to knock this guy out, or you lose. I mean, that's what I want to hear.
Well, that was kind of the Ferguson fight when Eddie Bravo came in. He's like, you might have to try an Eminari roll, which is like, that is like the last thing we can fucking do. I want you to dive at his leg and see if you can catch him in a heel hook.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. I'm like,
you have no other choice.
That's our only chance here.
Fuck.
But yeah, I just want to hear.
I want to hear what they're saying.
I'd like to hear what the coaches say
me too.
But they're never going to hear that.
No, because everybody says, oh, you don't, because people think that just because they're professional athletes, they don't need coached.
Yeah.
And that there's not strategy to the basketball game, NBA games. There's not any of this. They don't play defense. No. They're professional athletes. It's hard to stop them, even if you're a really good team.
Right.
Like some of the best NBA defenses gave up 70 to 80 points a game.
Yeah.
Considered the best defenses because they're playing other fucking professionals.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
The best of the best.
Yeah. So, I mean, the people who think they don't play defense, I just want to hear the coaches talk about the strategy during the game and stuff like that.
And that's the weird thing is you don't think it, but like go back to a Peyton Manning and stuff like, because you've heard him say that of like these star athletes, they want to be coached.
Oh yeah,
they don't act like they know everything or they're the best. It's like, I expect you. You know, I'm 12 years in the league, 1 MVP, Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I expect you to teach me shit.
Exactly, coach me hard. That's his biggest thing. Yeah. Well, he did. I watched the video. When Butch Jones was at Tennessee for his short stint, Peyton came in and was supposed to be doing a 20-minute conversation of quarterback play, just drills and stuff like that he did.
Right.
And they said it turned into an hour and a half. I mean, that's just what it was. I mean, because afterwards they interviewed Peyton afterwards. He goes, yeah, they went a little longer than they wanted me to, but I had a lot to say, and you know, just trying to help him out.
Well, just watching that Peyton's place, I mean, when he was showing all the clips of stuff he does, the fact that however many years into the NFL, he's still, Jesus Christ.
Just like yesterday.
Yep, just like yesterday. Freaking diesel truck nuts. But the fact that, you know, however many years in, he's still setting up a camera where the middle linebacker would be and working on his play fakes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, you know, that's the attention to detail. And it's such a weird thing to think of, like, because you always wonder that, you know, you're going, you know, it's kind of a half-ass fake. It's not fooling anybody. It takes half of a second.
Yep.
If that middle linebacker has to pause for a half a second,
you got him beat.
It's over.
Yeah.
And that's all they're looking for.
Mm-hmm. And
it's just so hard to think that's all it takes.
Yeah, a half a step forward or half a step backwards. You're
and
done.
It's over.
Yep.
They got you.
Yep.
But that's, you know, that's the game, baby.
Yep. That's the people always say, oh, it's the game of inches. Well, it is, because
it is.
When it's one step too close, you're fucked. One step far back, you're fucked. I mean,
yeah, especially in the NFL, especially if you're trying to cover, if that's a guy that's got to cover a tight end.
Oh yeah.
Half a step in the NFL. You might as well, like, you're getting cut if you let somebody get a half a step open.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you're right, especially on the tight end, because you have to cover that guy. I mean, and they're the evolution of the tight end has been incredible anyway over the last 15 years.
Yeah. It's because you got into that.
Well, I would say once Antonio Gates and Tony Gonzalez kind of set themselves,
right.
They were the first evolution of...
But they were still tight ends.
Yeah.
Like they still blocked and they still did all that shit.
Yeah.
And then you got into kind of like that Jimmy Graham where, like, I'm just really big and can catch, but I'm not blocking anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you're kind of getting like Kelsey.
Kelsey
can
blocks.
block.
Yeah, Kittle can block.
Kittle is a freaking maniac.
He is. Even Gronk blocks.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big fucking dude.
I mean, they, toward the end, they took him just because, he had elbow injuries and shit. It's, we're not going to ask this guy to block.
Yeah, we'll just carry
we don't really need it.
We'll carry two other tight ends and they can block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I did hear a pretty long interview with Mac Brown.
Oh, okay.
Talking about, like, because the way North Carolina is, and obviously their recruiting that they got coming up.
Yeah.
So far is good. We'll see where it ends at the end. They're top 3, but are they going to end there? Probably not.
No, probably not. But they have some guys.
But they got some guys.
Yeah.
And they were talking about that, and he said, it's just about communication.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's 60, 70?
Yeah.
70?
I don't know, but he's close.
He's in his 60s.
Yeah.
But he was talking about that of like, he was asked, how do you recruit these guys still, trying to say, he goes, it's all about conversation. We're coming in. He says, I'm coming into a place that doesn't have the amenities that Texas has.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're willing to do some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, just, if you guys want something, tell me. He said that they started out with like him and his wife would go in and eat what, the players' cafeteria.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And said, well, this food sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So take this off the menu, put something else on.
Yeah.
And they just kind of ask the players, what do you guys like?
Yeah. Yeah.
Put that on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's our, the players' lounge. Well, what do you need?
What do you need?
Yeah. We'd like to have some of those Papa Shop machines, a couple of those. He goes, are you going to use them? Yeah. He goes, well, you better use them. Just write specifically down exactly what it is, and we'll get it.
Get it. Yeah, exactly.
And it was just, just very simple stuff.
Yeah.
And it just, they like it because they're being listened to, and they're doing what,
Yeah, and a lot of, like, the older guys, that's a great outlook of what Mac Brown's saying from, like, the older coach's perspective of, we don't need all that stuff, or they're here to play football. No, they're still kids. I mean, they're 18 to 21 years old. They're still kids. They want to have some fun.
Paid yet?
Yeah, exactly. And for him to ask for what they want and get their thing, a player wants to play for that guy because you care about what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the same way when you hear all these bad stories of coaches treating their assistants like shit because I don't need to hear what you say. I'm making the decision. If you listen to them, then they have more respect for you. They're willing to do more things for you, and it's a great outlook with Mac Brown.
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know. It's got to be that evolution, and who knows how long. Yeah, he's got a few years or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, he talked about that at Texas. He said it was a long thing. Like whatever. I don't know what coaching tree he comes out of. Whoever his mentor was, but they said he was like, you coach 4 years, you're doing a good job. 6 years, that's an excellent job.
Mm-hmm.
8 years, you've been there too long. Yeah, because that's kind of what happened.
Oh yeah,
do this. He was like won a national championship, and then they lost a national championship,
and then they sucked.
And then it was like, hey, 3 years ago we were. You guys want to fire? Like the next year, you wanted to fire me.
Yeah.
And that was that, hey, you've just been here too long. It's time to move on.
Yeah.
That's just the way sports go. But he's got to do what Harbaugh can't. And there's either this season, if we have one, or next season, he's got to beat Clemson.
Yeah.
You can't take that. Like you can be say his recruiting class ends up
top
6.
5. Okay.
Top 5. Just call it 5.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting to 1, 2, or 3 if you don't beat Clemson.
Yep.
That's just the way it goes. Yeah. So that's the step.
Mm-hmm.
They almost did it last year.
Yeah.
Clemson's probably not going to sleep on them this next time.
No, probably not.
But, it'd be interesting to see because something needs to happen in that conference. Because it's just because Miami has disappeared.
Yeah.
and there's just nobody there.
Yeah. And you got, North Carolina, okay, even South Carolina for a couple years competed. I mean, with Clowney, and they had that Lattimore, the running back, and a couple other guys. But
the only team that's consistently beat Clemson is Syracuse.
Yeah, I know.
And they only win 3 games a year. They barely get bowl eligible, but somehow they knock off the top, number 1 team in the country.
Yeah. But you're right. Something has to happen in that conference, or it's just going to be. I mean, it's not even competition anymore.
Right. I mean, it's it's kind of. I mean, the same way you say that about the Big Ten, but Ohio State kind of lets somebody jump up and beat them each year.
Exactly.
I mean,
they don't dominate like like they should, or like you would expect them to. Sometimes it's another on the college thing. I mean, obviously they still don't know what the football schedule is going to be. Yep.
They're kind of obviously maybe conference only. We don't know when game 1's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Or we know or they kind of came out and said that here's when game 1 is. They just don't know who it's going to be against. Yeah. They don't know what they're doing.
And not every conference has agreed to conference
do that.
Only. It's 2 of them.
So obviously you have all this stuff sitting out there.
Yep.
The college football is way different than the NFL. And I'm not just talking about paying. I'm talking about amount of people, like 53 guys on an NFL roster. Maybe they bumped to 55.
Yeah, something like that. But there's 100 and some.
There's 100 and some on a college team.
Mm-hmm.
Way more coaches on a college team than there is on an NFL team. I mean, it's just
with your GAs and everything.
You might
like
have 80 people on an NFL sideline. You have like 140 on a college sideline. So, safety wise, as far as pandemic stuff goes, how to do all that. And I mention all this stuff because this is my question. If you are Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields, why do you play this year?
Yeah.
Why do you not just go, okay, I'm just going to go work for the NFL? Because what if I'm not one of the lucky ones and I get sick and it diminishes my lung capacity for the next 2 years?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fucking problem.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
that's a good question.
I don't know what. I mean, I feel really bad for Travis Etienne.
Oh yeah,
because he's fucked.
Yeah, he is. Because
every running back's on the market next year.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Yes, and he would have been the first one taken.
Yeah,
I mean, he would have been the first one gone because he's amazing. He should have went. I don't
understand what. I mean,
maybe to try to win the championship. That's the only thing I can think of. Or him and whoever. Who knows why he did it? It's his choice. He can do what he wants.
I mean, it's awesome that he chose to come back.
Yeah,
but man, you really fucked yourself.
You did. But you're right. I mean, they can easily just say,
I don't know why I don't know why you'd risk it.
Yeah,
I really don't, especially for those specifically 2 guys, because that's going to be the talk. Is which one of them's going to win the Heisman unless somebody just
jumps up,
freaks out and does something stupid.
Yeah.
And which one of them's going to be the first quarterback taken?
Yeah,
I wouldn't say they're going to go 1-2. It's just who's going to be the first one taken? Because they're both going to go in the top 6.
Yeah, it seems like if you have the drafting quarterbacks anymore is if they're halfway decent, you have to take them in the top 5 for some reason. Yeah,
but it's I start thinking about that of like, why the hell would you play college football this year?
Yeah.
There's no reason. It's only downside.
Oh yeah,
for them.
Yeah, I mean, because there's always, no matter what people say, there's going to be an asterisk by the season because you didn't play as many games.
Yeah,
especially for, as of right now, Fields, because Big Ten is one of the ones who said they're only going to play conference.
Right.
So you're playing 9 games.
Well, they could play more.
They could play more. Yes, but
they probably still play a full schedule.
Oh, you just like double or the teams they don't usually play.
You just have 2 more crossover games.
Gotcha. That'd be cool
because they have 3 out of conference games.
Yeah,
and 9 conference games.
Yeah, so you play 3 crossovers.
Yeah, you just add a couple crossovers.
Yeah, which I would like that.
Which fine.
I mean, I would like that if don't play like the shitty ones. Do like a good one.
Yeah, it's gonna.
don't play a team twice, but
no.
Yeah, I mean, like if your crossover game is Wisconsin and Northwestern, then play Iowa and somebody else. Or,
I think that's what it would be. Yeah, they can do that. I mean,
yeah, they haven't played Illinois in a while.
No, it's been a few years. Which and the hell they might be on the schedule this year.
They might be. I don't know the schedule.
I honestly, I haven't even looked at it because
I don't know what's happening.
Felt like we're going to have a season.
Yeah,
so,
Yeah, it's
which
just
is sad, but
yeah. And I understand for waiting because so many things can happen, and I get it.
Yeah.
But the anticipation's just killing me.
yeah, there's no reason to come out and say,
Yeah.
well, this is what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
No, because we were like 3 weeks ago, we were opening back up. Now we're on mask only. So,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Yep.
you can't do that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is. It's changing so much. You never fucking know what's going to happen.
But yeah, that was just my biggest thought of like, it just makes, because that would be the other thing of, for either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You get into the season, play one game. What if your left tackle tests positive?
Yeah.
Well, he's out for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a backup on your blind side.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you feel comfortable
Like, I'm
with
a
that?
top 5 pick next year. What are we doing here? I mean,
Yeah.
that's the problem
And
with it.
I feel more bad. I feel worse for Fields because he's only had one season under his belt.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? He obviously wants to play more.
Right.
Not just like one of those fluke seasons, like what's Mark Sanchez and all those guys who just had one good season, they get drafted high.
Yeah. One pass away from a national championship game.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Zigged when he should have zagged.
Yeah. But seriously, though, I mean, Trevor Lawrence has proven himself already.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the best quarterback in that draft.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's wonderful. But yeah, Fields, I still think people are going to want to see him prove himself because you don't really know what kind of quarterback he is yet.
I think they know he's a top 5 draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he can only hurt himself this year.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
That's really all that can happen for him.
Yeah,
Because
his stock's not going any higher than
can't.
No.
It's Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields.
Because not every team
it's
needs
Trevor
a
Lawrence
quarterback.
then Justin Fields. That's the way I see it.
Oh yeah.
And you're not going to overtake him because he's prototype NFL guy.
Yes. And you're Dak Prescott-esque.
And your defensive team last year showed the NFL that's a tough son of a bitch over there because they beat the shit out of him.
Oh yeah.
And he just kept coming.
Mm-hmm.
So your defensive guys also help prove that he's the number one guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that's just so all Justin Fields could do is not get as many reps because practice and preseason and all that shit, off-season workouts, all that can happen. What, he throw 2 interceptions?
Yeah, something like that.
That's all he can do. What if he throws 5?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now all of a sudden he's not an accurate passer.
Yeah, I know.
Like, well, he threw 40 touchdowns. I mean, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, it is the way it goes. You don't get judged on your good stuff half the time. It's always the bad shit that people rate you on.
It's always that way. Like Brady Quinn comes out the year early. He's top 5 pick.
Mm-hmm.
He plays one more year, and they pick him apart.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, okay, so now he's not a top 25 guy?
Yeah, exactly. Might have helped him. Might have helped his NFL career.
Yeah, kept him in the league longer.
Kept him out of Cleveland.
But, yeah, it just, there's nothing to...
Yeah.
There's nothing to gain.
Nope.
Because God knows if you're even going to have a playoff.
Yeah.
Those Big Ten championship rings are nice, and I'm sure the ACC championship rings are nice.
Yeah.
But,
everybody wants that natty. I mean,
you're one of a handful of schools that's your expectation is to go play for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Big Ten's nice and all, but fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Already got all these gold pants.
Yeah. I had somebody actually think that they got gold pants.
Oh, like actual pants?
Actual pants, yeah. It was right. It was during when Pryor sold that whole big thing.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, why are they making such a big deal? He just sold his gold pants. Like, well, what? You can just go get another pair. And I was like, what do you think they are? And they're like, this is just like pants, right? Like football pants? I'm like, no, it's a net. It's like a little charm. It's what you get when you beat Michigan. They're like, yeah, I know that, but you think people just got like a drawer full of gold pants? They beat Michigan 4 times? I mean,
that's always the thing too of like people get freaked out of like, I can't believe he'd sell those things. Is he like 3 of them?
Yeah.
And it's really not that big a deal to them.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just not.
He needed the money, I guess. I mean,
yeah, needed tattoos.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's for sure.
For sure that little thing costs nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be much to make.
I mean, you can buy shit like looking like that at the kiosk in the mall for about $8. I mean,
yeah,
that is always a weird thing because especially you look at those guys, like it's not like he grew up an Ohio State fan. It's not like he was from Columbus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know? Like,
he's not a diehard.
But I did watch a little bit of the opening day stuff with McAfee.
Okay.
They did a live, him and AJ Hawk, kind of opening day.
Gotcha.
Watching the game, and then they had special guests, and they had Sean Casey on. He is so fucking electrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, just like, this guy is awesome.
Yeah.
I think the MLB network is just not the right place for him. Like, he should just have his own shit
show,
going on the internet to where he can just go.
Well, he's a great baseball player anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
everybody loves him.
Yeah.
And he just brings it.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy is awesome. I always liked him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Reds fan. He's played there for 8 years, and he's in their Hall of Fame. And I'm like, oh, man, that fucking network shit.
Yeah.
Just get on the internet,
and
man.
Do what you want.
Do that other shit.
Say what you want to say. I mean,
yeah, that's just that's the dream job, is to be able to just do that shit.
Just do what the hell you want.
We're trying. I mean, say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Until they tell you you can't anymore and you're canceled.
It's easy. It's easy to apologize, you know?
Is it, though?
I have no problem with it, yeah.
Yeah. I say I'm sorry all the time.
Me too. I mean it?
I never mean it.
Yeah, say, do I mean it? No.
I've never been wrong.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
That was you'd never have seen this show, I'm going to guess, called Better Off Ted.
Nope.
It was like, I think it was only like 1 or 2 seasons.
Gotcha.
And it was, I can't even tell you. I know like the executive, it was like an office job.
Yeah.
You know? And like the executive was like that Portia, whatever, Ellen's wife.
Gotcha.
And then the guy, Ted, that worked there, you know, just bullshit office stuff. It was funny. It was like over the top, but it was like the corporation that they worked for, like, just doesn't make mistakes.
Oh, okay.
And in a memo, they misspelled, like, it was going to be Casual Friday.
Yeah.
And like it was like Gefil's Day.
Oh,
you know, they just kind of.
Yeah.
So they made it to where like every third Thursday was actually Gefil's Day.
Yeah.
And that's when they had, because they don't make mistakes. So they just created a day because they don't make mistakes. So that's how that story went.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know where I was going with that, but it just, popped in my head because I've never made any.
Yeah. Exactly. Never made any mistakes. I'm perfect.
I'm perfect. Everybody else is fucked up. I've done everything right. Which, that's why we have our own show, Seth.
Exactly, because we're perfect.
We're perfect. And we bought stuff. That obviously didn't work right because we had to come in and re-record a show.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
I think we did okay, though.
You know what?
Talking about, actually, you know what? Check that.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about the UFC yet.
We have not yet.
Because there's fights tonight.
There is.
Till.
Yep.
Tyron Woodley.
Yep. No,
Robert Whitaker.
Yeah,
Sorry.
say not Woodley.
My bad.
You're good.
My bad.
You're good. Till and
Whitaker.
Some other names I can't pronounce?
Yeah. Some other guys you can't pronounce. Hua. Yeah. But Till and Whitaker's that's the main thing to talk about. I'm a Till fan.
Yeah.
Every time I either bet on him or something, he always it's the fights that he loses, and Whitaker's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's been off for a while, kind of recharged the batteries. I'm going to go with Till. Not going to be shocked if Whitaker knocks him out, though. It's just kind of how it is.
Yeah. And then you have the Rua and the Ro, however you pronounce that name.
Yeah, hold on a sec. Let me pull this thing out.
Yeah, because I thought we agreed that Hua was probably the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, over against Najera.
Yeah, Najera, yeah.
Oh, and then we have Gustafson and Verdum.
Yes.
Which I'm taking Gustafson, but Verdum is he's a son of a bitch.
Yeah. Gustafson, I like him because he retired and he came back.
Yeah. It's his first time going up to heavyweight.
Yeah. So
and it always intrigues me of a guy's first time that I have to do a weight cut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. You probably feel a little bit better.
No.
I mean, he's probably fighting at his walking around weight. Legit. I mean,
yeah, he's going to be 230.
Yeah, and then you have Craig and Antagulov. Did I say that right? I'm not trying to pronounce his first name.
Yeah.
Antagulov. Yeah. And then you got the women. Esparza.
Carla.
She's probably going to beat that chick's ass.
That's who I'm voting for because I like her.
And then Oliveira and Sabata.
I'm going to go with Oliveira, even though Sabata's probably going to win, but I like Oliveira.
I like Sabata because I like his name.
Yeah.
Peter
Sabata.
Yeah. Hey, this time Reese McKee has a picture.
Hey, they updated
they updated it
yesterday. On yesterday's podcast that you'll never hear. Reese McKee did not have a picture. He was just a might as well have been an egg.
Pretty much. Yeah. just the outline, a shadow of himself. And then you had is it Chimave or Chimay? I don't know. I can't pronounce things. And McKee. I'm gonna go with the guy whose name I can't pronounce.
Yeah. It's probably a good bet. He's 7-0.
Hamzat.
And fighting McKee at 10-2, which means the 7-0 guy is a guy that they're probably pushing. So McKee's there. That's why they didn't have a fucking picture of him yesterday. Yeah. He's there to get beat.
Yeah. Just to try to get his pushing it up.
And I did hear this, which I didn't know that because I was watching some stuff on the next Stipe DC fight.
Okay.
That was in California.
Mm-hmm.
The second fight when Stipe knocked him out.
Gotcha.
And they're talking about because Daniel came out and said basically all the stuff he'd done wrong. Like maybe he wasn't in good enough shape, wasn't doing this. He went away from the wrestling. Maybe he should have wrestled more. Stuff that you'd expect a champion to look inwardly and critique himself.
Pretty much.
Even though he was doing a damn good job and then he just got tagged. I mean, that's shit happens in heavyweights.
Yeah, it does.
But the thing I didn't know, now they as a heavyweight, you still have to weigh in.
Yeah.
Even though, DC weighed in at 238. Stipe came in at like 232.
Okay.
I think. Somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
In California, they weigh you fight day like a little bit before you go out to fight because they just want to know what you put on.
Gotcha.
And they make the heavyweights do it even though
it doesn't really matter.
They don't cut weight. So Stipe comes in at 232.
Uh-huh.
Daniel came in at 248.
Oh.
Which means he did a weight cut.
Yeah.
When he was 20-some pounds clear.
Gotcha.
And it was talked about that maybe he'd heard that Stipe wasn't going to come in at 240. He was going to come in at 232. And they thought that was maybe some kind of mind game.
Yeah.
Because instead of coming in at 248, they cut weight to 238.
Yeah.
And then he put 10 pounds back on the next day. Obviously rehydrated back up. Of like, well, that's a weird fucking thing to do. That would make sense of like, maybe you gassed out a little bit. Because why the fuck were you cutting weight?
Yeah.
If you're 248, you're 248.
Yeah.
I mean, 265 is the limit. You were nowhere near it.
Yeah, you're fine.
So maybe that goes in. Maybe I think you see Daniel come in that mid 230s.
Okay.
This time. I don't think he's going to be in the 240s again.
Yeah.
I think he, hey, let's check this. Let's be where we need to be.
Yeah, let's be in more of his shape.
Because that's, all the shape you want. You can carry 10 pounds around for, 20 minutes into a fight.
Yeah.
Hey,
starts to get heavy. Yeah.
The person that's usually the smaller guy has better stamina. That's just the way it works in pretty much everything. So
everything. Anywhere. That's just the way it goes. Yeah.
Over time, the guy carrying the least amount of weight is probably going to have better lungs.
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting of like, why did you do cut weight?
Yeah.
But, maybe it was an embarrassment thing that he was going to come basically wasn't eating clean and he was just eating what he wanted to eat because he's a heavyweight.
Yeah.
And
it could have been he was
not
embarrassed
the way it works, man.
Yeah. Who knows? But it'll be a fun fight, though.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
That's in August, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like, 3 weeks out?
Something like that.
Pretty excited for that. I hope they put some more stuff on that card because the rest of that card is garbage.
Yeah, it's bad.
But I'm sure they'll throw some people on there.
They should.
Because the thing is, with no fans, you don't have to... You really only need to... Masvidal showed you only need to announce the fight card like a week in advance. Because nobody's flying anywhere and having to buy tickets. So
nope. Exactly. You're good.
As long as they know and have signed the deal, you can tell us at a later date.
Yep.
Because that's why because it always like, well, we added this to this fight card of like, so these guys been training because the fight's in like a week and a half, and these are two big name guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just holding shit back, which is awesome.
Cool with me.
It's like a nice little surprise.
Yeah. Yes.
So hopefully we'll make it to stay up and watch some fights tonight.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I'll pass out. I might.
You're tired.
I am tired of shit right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Rolling off of maybe 3 hours of sleep right now. Been up since 2:30.
Yeah, there you go.
So, yeah, we'll see if I make it.
Yeah, see if you make it.
Hey, you gotta get home and put this on the internet.
Yeah, there you go.
Hopefully it fucking works this time. All right, man, that's all I got.
All righty, Whiteside.